Yesterday, I went on a day trip to London with my old school friend Violet. I hadn't seen her for a long time, and it was the first time I'd been to the capital in over a year, so I was very excited. After breakfast, I packed my bag with some sandwiches, a bottle of water, a camera, and a picnic rug. I also packed an umbrella, just in case. I made my way to the train station, which was about a 15-minute walk away. The sun was shining, and I was looking forward to the day ahead. A trip to London is always worth it. The city is full of wonderful buildings, interesting people, fascinating museums, and endless activity. Once I arrived at the station, I went over to the ticket machine and selected my destination on the touchscreen, London King's Cross Station. I inserted my card and entered my PIN number. The machine hummed and whirred, and the tickets fell into the slot. I reached inside and took them. They were orange and slightly shiny. The train journey took around an hour. I looked out of the window and enjoyed watching the fields and orchards whizzing past. The train stopped at a lot of towns and villages along the way, some of which I had never heard of. Some people say that one of them is the most haunted place in Britain. The train pulled into King's Cross Station, and I somehow managed to find Violet among the crowds of tourists and people in suits. We hugged and made small talk for a few minutes before heading to the tube. Whenever I walk around London, it never ceases to amaze me that there are so many tunnels and passageways running underneath my feet. We followed the signs for the Circle Line, that's the yellow one, and took the tube to Baker Street.
The next station is Baker Street. Change for the Bakerloo, Jubilee and Metropolitan lines. Exit for Madame Tussauds.
Our first stop of the day was Madame Tussauds, the legendary museum featuring over 250 life-size wax replicas of famous people. Standing beside the waxworks was quite something. They seemed so real that I kept expecting them to jump out at us. I've seen it on TV before. Sometimes it's not a waxwork at all, but a real celebrity who frightens the visitors. Today we were lucky and nobody frightened us. Or maybe we were unlucky. It would have been cool to meet David Beckham in the flesh. After the excitement of Madame Tussauds, we walked through Regent's Park to calm down. We saw all the beautiful plants and flowers before going past London Zoo, where we even caught a glimpse of a few giraffes. Next we made our way up Primrose Hill. We made sure not to turn around until we were at the top, so as not to spoil the view. It was worth the climb. The view over London was amazing. At the top of the hill, we placed the picnic rug on the ground and had the sandwiches we had packed, followed by a delicious fruit salad which Violet had made. This would surely give us the energy we needed to walk to the Tate Modern. It was a long walk, but we saw loads of stuff on the way. We walked past Oxford Street and Piccadilly Circus until we reached the Thames, where we were greeted by Big Ben, which was about to strike 4 o'clock. The Tate Modern was a huge brick building with some very strange art inside. One of the works was a big room with a pile of toothpicks on the floor. Another was a square canvas with a blue stripe on it. The bottom part of the stripe was missing, and there was a note in pencil which said, "Ran out of paint." Can you really call it art? I don't know. Violet didn't know either. Nobody knows. By the end of the day, my feet were hurting a lot. My feet always hurt when I come to London. There's so much to see on every corner that you always end up walking further than you planned. After we'd had enough of the art, Violet and I said our goodbyes. It was nice to catch up after such a long time apart. I walked to the nearest tube and took the District line, that's the green one, to Victoria. As I arrived at the platform, I saw that there were only a few minutes until my train was due to leave. I ran up the escalator and made it just in time. Have you ever been to London? What did you see? How is London different from your country's capital? Write a comment below, and if you want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. Bye!